Happy Happy Wine Down Wednesday, folks. We have not even opened the wine yet and we're already laughing. Happy Wine Down Wednesday. Let's try this again. We are so happy you can join us. We are doing a great job keeping up with this monthly segment.
I'm motivated to do so. It's always so much fun.
It's fun. And
I think we have good content thrown in with some laughs.
We do. So we are getting ready to crack open our wine. Which one do you think you would like to have? Both are by Legal & All Cellars, which is in Michigan. I shared both of these in my fall and Halloween decor home tour. We have the Autumn Harvest, and we also have the Witch's Brew, which many of you have already picked up and enjoyed. Which one do you think you would want to try?
I don't know if I've tried this one. I know I like this.
Okay.
Do we have to pick one?
Well, we could always tap into another one if we.
Well, let's play that by ear.
Let's play it by ear. Okay.
It's been a rough week.
So which one first, though?
I've been looking forward to that.
Okay, so we're gonna open up the Witch's Brew. Grab the wine that you are going to drink tonight. Go get it poured, and we'll meet you back here for some little chit chat. All right, we are back with our wine. Hopefully you have your wine as well. And if you don't drink wine or you're not drinking some other type of spirit, you have your cup of tea or cup of decaf coffee, whatever it is that you wind down with. The difference between this Wednesday's wind down video and the rest of them is we have no agenda. We did not have a game plan. We've been very busy and we just don't have a plan. So I think we are just going to do what women do.
Chit chat.
We're just gonna chit chat. We're gonna have wine, chit chat, catch up, and we're gonna bring you guys along. Before we do get started, I do wanna share, I don't have this one lit, but we do have the pumpkin waffles candle from Walmart burning. Yes, all over the house right now. Many of you have picked this up as well. Talked about this in my fall decor home tour. How was the honeymoon? Well, wait a minute.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, we have not caught up. It was
I know. I
amazing.
feel like I have not talked to you much since you got back.
Well, as we were also discussing earlier, we've been busy. School started, and even though my youngest is now a junior in high school, I think everybody's schedule changes. My schedule as a counselor changes because of everybody else's schedule changing. And I have to tell you, tying into your previous question, being in Europe, there was a sense of peace, and I didn't drive for 10 days, and within 24 hours of being home, I recognized 90% of my stress comes from driving. You know, there's more traffic on the road because school
Amy and I do have a little internal road rage. Neither one of us act on it publicly. Her and I do talk to each other about it sometimes.
I may swear, and that's about the only time I can't control myself is in the car. I am a counselor because I believe in the goodness of people and I love people until they get behind a steering wheel. And they're just rude and self-absorbed. But anyway, for not driving for 10 days, then coming back, I recognized, wow, that's a stressor. And we both have just discussed how everything just seems a little more intense, and I'm sure things will die down. Of course, then we have the holidays. But yeah, sometimes it's okay, and this is a lesson I learned, and maybe we can talk more, but sometimes you just have to give yourself that grace. I agree. I am a check the list off kind of person. I know you are as well. But sometimes you just have to say, I can forward this task till tomorrow and give myself a bit of peace right now.
Yeah. I think that Amy and I are both really trying to figure out a good, happy balance with our lives right now.
Indeed.
We both had some changes take place business-wise, home life,
viewers numbers have increased so much, and that it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time.
I love it. I am so grateful and so thankful. And I love the interaction, but it's really hard to manage keeping up with it. So I'm really, working on kind of readjusting my priorities and making sure that I'm keeping my task list the way it should. I do a lot. I priority plan, and I definitely will have videos that I bring out to you more to do with that subject, even though I already have some out there. So watch for those to come.
Well, I talk about that with my clients all the time about achieving balance. But how often do I extend that grace to myself?
Yes.
And you know, it's kind of ironic that we mentioned this 2 videos ago with our relationship video about, you know, how the most important thing is to make the most important thing the most important thing. And about how you shouldn't just schedule, you should schedule your priorities. And I think for both of us, for most of us, right, our number one priorities are our loved ones, our close friends, our family. And so sometimes I do have to look and say, okay, this is what's more important right now. And again, the grace to recognize that we aren't human doings, we're human beings, and sometimes you just have to be.
That's right, I totally agree. And I go back to, you know, whose agenda are you on? When you wake up in the morning, the first person's agenda before you get on with your day should be your own agenda. If you're getting right on social media or emails the first thing when you get out of bed, guess whose agenda you're on? You're not on your agenda, so you're going to constantly be playing catch up. And the other thing is, if you are not controlling your time, time is going to control you. So it goes back to that balance, but it really takes a sense of discipline to be in control of your own schedule and to manage it and delegate what you can and divide up what you can throughout your day so that you're getting a good balance of everything done.
Excellent. But yeah,
our sweatshirts, I almost forgot.
I did too.
What do you think of our sweatshirts? We've got the blonde and we've got the brunette because not all of us
blonde needs a brunette.
That's right. We are just the happy marriage mix here.
We are. And sometimes I'm sure Kelly would think that we are.
Yes, I would say that our hubbies would definitely think that.
Kelly,
who are you
also
talking to? Not me, but you're talking to.
Don't get me wrong, Kelly knows what a blessing you are in my life. So.
And Paul does as well. I mean, he knows you bring out the good in me, and that's the type of friendship you want, is people that bring out the good in you.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I know. This is such a great wine because it's a red wine and it's sweet. So if you need a sweet wine, it's sweet but not too sweet.
Right.
And it's got spices in it. And you can actually serve it warm. So and I love the scarf because we did not plan this.
No, I have been.
love it.
Well, okay.
I love
so
scarves.
when I went.
And I know you do too.
I do. But also I was very inspired by my honeymoon planning. I did my research and I didn't want to look American because if you look American when you're in European countries, you're going to be more susceptible to be pickpocketed or at least attempted
kind of like even in New York, yes. You got to watch that.
So
look like a
we
tourist.
didn't, you know, not that Kelly would ever wear a baseball cap, but no baseball caps and athletic wear on the streets, etc. Well, I channeled my inner Parisian and bought a few extra scarves for the trip.
I love it.
And this one, I think is a little older, but I did get it from Urban Outfitters, actually, who carry scarves. And I did buy 2 new ones this season, so we could always link those.
Yeah, we could definitely link some because they are in season. They were last year as well, and they're just a nice added touch. And if you notice, here we are with these sweatshirts. I mean, they are cold shoulder. They've got a nice little trend, but we dress them up with the neck scarves. So always remember that you can do that. Have fun even with your pared down clothing. You can always vamp it up a little bit. These sweatshirts are still available. Actually, I think Amy's, the blonde, I think that one might be half price. So I will have it linked below, as well as in the corresponding blog post, as well as this one, and I will have some other ones linked as well because they're just kind of fun. You can throw on black leggings, you can do blue jeans. I have black distressed skinnies on. Amy has denim that are not you've got the newer.
The step hem.
Yes, and I love that. Well, I have some that I got from you, that I bought from you. Yes.
And, these are the other pair. These are the Good American, which I believe is the Kourtney Kardashian line.
Okay, well, I'll link the 3 that we have because you have a pair, I have a pair, and then I have another pair that has more of that fringy bottom.
Love that. Yeah. Speaking of fall trends, yes, I love all of the fun things they're doing with hems, and you have that as well on your hem.
Mine is it's shorter in the front, longer in the back. Exactly.
Now here's a little tidbit. I never have to do this because I'm 5'10". My pant. As a matter of fact, I have an issue sometimes with some of these ankle pants because I feel like they look like floods,
be too much,
and I've had floods forever. I mean, I didn't have
with booties though. That's great.
Yes, but
see,
I was even worried that these might be a little too. So,
oh no, they look.
But what I
great
was going to say is that if you have a pair of pants that are too long, just cut the hem off. It doesn't have to be finished anymore.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Exactly. There you go. There's a great fashion tip from Amy. I love it.
If you're short, and I'm not.
I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. And the lip, I love the red lip. Now, is that a newer one? It looks like it's got a good staying power.
And I, again, was on a mission. I would never wear red lipstick other than, I would try to at Christmas time. And the reason being is I had a hard time finding the right shade, and then it would bleed and it wouldn't stay, and I gave up. And so finally I'm gonna try again. And I
wear it so well. I love red on blondes.
I feel so when I started wearing red lipstick, my now 16-year-old said, "Why are you trying to look like Taylor Swift?" And now I have the Taylor Swift bangs too. Speaking of bangs,
what are you thinking? So it's only been a couple days. Now when this video comes out, it'll be like a week. But
now I need the golf.
but it will be
I had
like
it done 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think you wear it well.
I've had bangs before. I don't know if these are just a little too short or I just need a couple little tweaks. I ended up doing a little mini part over here and I liked it a little bit better. But it's one of those things where you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah, only have to maintain
But I think I want to do a little more, a couple pieces that are a little framing. I don't know. I have a picture because I did it back in the day and I actually liked it. The other reason, and I waited because I have naturally curly hair in summer and bangs don't do well for me. And even though we have sweatshirts on and it's fall, it's 90 degrees in Michigan.
It is.
And so the air conditioning humidity is probably not
the air conditioning is running, and I think we're both kind of hormonal right now. Like, I think we cycle together. I wonder if
we must have spent enough time together that we do now.
I think we're on the same cycle. So I had gotten in touch with Amy earlier today and I said, I'm getting ready to start my period and I can always tell when it's like the day before. Sometimes I'll get it 2 days before and the day of because I'm really scatterbrained. So
heightened anxiety is very common with premenstrual season.
And I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm just warning you, I said, I am glad we have no agenda because I'm all over the place anyway. So let's just bring the all over the place right into the video with wine to get more scatterbrain.
Don't you feel too that only women can appreciate that we can appreciate having a conversation and I don't feel that I have to give this huge backstory, whereas Kelly's like, I don't, where are you coming from?
Or they want to fix
it. You just kind of come in the middle and don't get the, but women, I think a lot of us are like that and we get each other.
We do, we get each other. And if you're not getting each other, cut each other some slack because that's what a good friend does. They say, you know what? It's okay, I understand, no judging, no judging.
You know, the older I've gotten, the more I appreciate that, not being judged, because you know what, we've all had different past experiences. I, believe me, have seen this, you know, in my practice. You don't know someone else's story. You don't know. For example, there was a blogger, I haven't mentioned this to you, who recently had a blog post, just this week actually, that she had come across a site where people were just bashing bloggers and she read all this thread hating on her. And she said, you know, I'm struggling with this. And she was completely just open and honest and said, I'm dealing with this challenge and this challenge and this challenge. And believe me, I'm always struggling with my confidence. And just to give that grace to other people as well as yourself and recognize you don't need to be perfect. He doesn't need to be perfect. She doesn't need to be perfect. We're all just humans trying to do the best we can for the most part.
I agree. Yeah, we do. We need to cut each other slack, not only outside of the home, but in the home as well. And that's usually where we fail the most is in the home. So
you know, you can find yourself, you'll be griping at all these people in your home, your children, your husband, but you go out and you're so kind to everyone else.
Or the phone ring, you're chewing somebody out and the phone rings and you're like, hi, how are you?
So good to hear from you.
But you just got done telling a family member basically off.
Yes, and yes, cutting your significant other some slack. You know, this week I've been really talking with my couples as well as some of my individual clients about clarifying motivation, intention, behaviors without accusing them of something. So, you know, instead of just, oh gosh, he's grouchy with me again, what is his problem? You know what, maybe there's something going on, or better yet, communicate. Okay, I'm probably misperceiving whatever you said. This is kind of my perception. Can you set me straight? Because, you know, I could be way off base. How often do we do that?
No. We take everything personal. That's why I always say, we're all walking around so wounded and so penetrated by everything that everybody else does. Well, believe it or not, most things that are going on really don't have anything to do with you personally. It really doesn't. We all have bad days, but it can come off like we're mad at somebody when really we're just having a bad day. So advice for you personally would be, if that's you, sometimes, you know, it's okay to just admit, I'm having a bad day. I'm stressed about this, so that your family members, they know. They know up ahead of time. Communicating is so key. It doesn't make you a lesser person. I think a lot of times people are concerned that if they open up and share that, it makes them look a lesser person or makes them look weak, but it actually makes you look stronger, that you can stand up and just communicate what's going on, what your emotions are at the time.
I wholeheartedly agree. Brené Brown says vulnerability is strength. And
I so agree with that.
I so appreciate anyone in my life who is willing to be vulnerable.
I do too. We're sharing a little bit of other advice. That's what I love, is we're just kind of all over the place. This is so nice.
I totally agree. I mean, I think that you and I think similarly, but we still have different perspectives to add. I mean, you have been married for many years.
But you have two marriages that you can, so I mean.
And you know, I learned so much from having a failed marriage, and from what I knew going forward, what to look for, and you know, what was kind of a deal breaker for me, and vulnerability and emotional intimacy, that those were two biggies for me. And so, in addition to, of course, all of the couples that I see in my practice.
And that's what I love, because we can just gleam off of one another. So I love that as well. And you know, in an upcoming video, I've had a lot of people reach out to me about finding their future spouse or what to look for in a partner. And I have a little exercise that I share I've shared with my kids and other young adults that I speak with, and I've shared with some of you, but I have a little exercise really kind of talking about what Amy just said. From her first marriage having its failing moments, or, you know, she ended up divorced, so she learned a lot from that, taking on what does Amy need and what does Amy have to provide, because I think it's a two-part thing, and I'll definitely run things over with Amy prior to getting that video out. And the beautiful thing is once I do that video, if you guys want to do a roundup where we pull Amy in and get her advice from her expertise, we will definitely do that. So that would be a really fun one to do, and it's been highly requested. So stay tuned for that at some point. It will come. It will come. Please don't, please don't pester me. My whole list is huge. So I'm trying.
You have a wealth of information to share, and you do everything very well.
Thank you. I try. But I actually like to share, because I've made so many mistakes, actually. So.
Well, and of course we all have. I mean,
and that's how we learn and get better.
Mistakes, you would not be human. And gosh, I have so many clients. Not to always refer to my clients, but everybody's so hard on themselves. You know, and it's like, well, we can't fail. We have to be perfect. You know, and the other thing I've been noticing a lot lately, and this kind of ties back to our previous conversation about getting things done and always, you know, being perfect and getting everything done on our to-do list and not extending that grace to ourselves, is that I'm constantly telling my clients, who are you at your core? Because we always are defining ourselves by what we achieve and what we accomplish and what we've done, and are we successful? Are you a good person in your heart? I mean, do you extend kindness to people? Because me personally, those are the kind of people that I'm drawn to and that I care about, and you know, that I see in you, and the people. And
so many of you are like that, and that's why we have such great connections with. We talk about you guys. Absolutely, we do. You, who's watching us, we're like, oh my gosh, I love this person. Oh my gosh, this person. So
your following is just very full of kind-hearted people for the most part.
We're a community. We're a community where we lift and we motivate
each other up. Yes, and extends kindness and support, and instead of beating each other
I
down
think
like
so
that one
too.
poor blogger had to experience.
Oh my
from
gosh, yes, there are some
haters.
sites out there for bloggers and YouTubers where they make comments. And you know who I really feel the worst for? The younger people that are doing YouTube and blogging and throwing themselves out there with social media marketing or anything like that, because when you're throwing yourself out there, you're gonna get a lot of hate. And you know, when you're my age and you've had 5 kids, you've been through a lot. You build up a turtle shell as you get older, but these younger people that are just starting out, you know, they don't have that built up turtle shell, and it really can hurt and penetrate. And
Absolutely.
that's who I really feel the worst for. I really do.
So many of us believe what everybody says. And like you've said, there are people making speculations that really don't know us.
That's right.
And so, you know, how often do you do that? And do you listen to their voice, or do you listen to your inner voice that knows your heart
That's
and
right.
your intentions?
That's right, exactly. And again, hurt people hurt people. So
Use the
always, and if they don't matter, it don't matter. Always remember that. Well, so you did a lot of shopping prior to your trip. It's all out
You don't
there now.
understand.
Kelly better not be
You
watching.
don't understand.
We're
I
not-
did honeymoon shopping. And I did take a few things. I mean, I over shopped because, for example, I bought 3 raincoats and was going to London. I took things
You
back
looked
that I did not
so
use.
amazing every time I saw you. Just,
It was so much fun planning. And we had such an amazing time.
I love it.
But so that didn't count on my fall planning. Now, ideally, you know, maybe the two would concur, but when you're in Europe, I wore a lot of, I kind of had one of those capsule wardrobes, and a lot of things worked together. I did a lot of neutrals with just that pop of red.
Keep
But
talking.
fall-
Keep talking. I'm gonna grab the wine because you're getting low. Keep talking.
Why am I the only one getting the lap?
No, I am too. I'm right there with you.
So, but yes,
Hi.
fall, I also did some other fall shopping, and you know, I do like to kind of keep abreast of some of the trends, and so I picked up a few things, and there will be a few things that I will not keep. I do a lot of shopping. I pretty much only do online shopping anymore, and I only shop when I can have free shipping and I have a pretty decent return rate.
Right. I look for those
90 days
features as well.
or you know, Nordstrom's, you have forever to return things.
You do. Nordstrom is a great place to shop. It
It's
really
the
is.
best discovery of my life.
Yes, I think so too. I do. Just
And here's one thing I've noticed when you don't do this so often because Tracy does her research before. I just shop, and if it doesn't work, I just take it back.
that's why we like each other, because we talk about balance. We're very well balanced.
Yeah.
And if I need something, I can literally say, "Hey, have you found anything recently?" Because I just
That's my guilty pleasure.
Well, and she's really good at it, so she should be the fashion blogger. But there are times I will reach out to her and I will tell her what I'm looking for, and I'll be like, have you found anything or seen anything like that? And just let me know. And she will even send me a link, which
have.
then I link so I can get commission.
We've done that with beauty products. As a matter of fact, I loved my palette that I had you link, the Laura Geller iconic New York Cool
yeah,
something.
I will link that one below. That
great
was
travel.
beautiful.
It that's all I needed. I mean, I did bring one other one, but I think I pretty much used just that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I picked up some of the trends, velvet, red being very much a trend. Booties are obviously still a trend, and I did go a little crazy with the booties. Let's see, what else? You haven't really gone shopping yet?
I haven't. I have just been very consumed in trying to, you know, grow my business and then get the kids back into school. And there's some family things that are going on. Exciting things we'll keep you posted on. But I've been preoccupied in some really great things. I also did the fall decorating, and I've done some, you know, family dinners. So I've kind of been reassessing.
Yeah, you've been cooking up a storm lately.
Yeah,
I think a couple things I already had, but this Spanish rice. I had to screenshot that.
So, and all those recipes are on Facebook if you didn't catch them.
Great comfort food.
Yes,
recipes.
yeah,
As a
which
matter
is
of fact,
what my family loves,
last
but they're
year-
very fattening.
Remember last year I tagged you on Facebook. I said, "Mom, this may be better than your roast."
Oh,
And
yes.
I love, like, my mom's
Yes,
roast was my
yes,
favorite meal.
yes,
And
yeah.
so I didn't make that, but yeah, and I haven't quite completed my decorating. Of course, we've downsized, so I don't have as big of a home to
And you don't have really
decorate.
even young children. You know, I always wonder
Plus,
what
I
I
have
will be
boys.
like.
You
Yeah,
have girls,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't know if the
Right.
boys
Yeah.
appreciate it, especially at age 16.
I mean, I wouldn't
18.
know because I didn't have them, but I think I'm sure they love it, but I don't know if boys get into it as much as the girls do.
I think they did when they were younger, but I don't
Okay.
think they have an appreciation for it anymore. I really
Yeah.
don't. So that has been my, when I'm stressed, that's my little go-to is let's see what else is available. No, I have been trying to keep,
The truth comes out on Words and Wine Down Wednesdays,
Exactly.
folks. Well, all right, let's tackle some fall trends with Amy Henson.
So velvet is a big trend. I even bought a pair of velvet pants.
Ooh, how did
Kelly,
look?
I liked how they looked. Kelly's like, when are you gonna wear those?
Men.
So those,
I know you ladies can relate.
so practical. But velvet booties.
Oh my, you're bigger feet than me.
Okay, you have to understand that if you order these, they're going to look much nicer because I have, those are,
No, but these are, and I love this color.
Yes, I
love.
know. Those are Steve Madden.
You know what is so funny is, like, someday people would look back at these, but hang on to them. Hang on to a piece like
They
this.
probably were very popular in the 70s.
Yeah, they would have been. And that, so my point is if you get them, hang on to them.
And then you have, there's velvet motos.
love
Look at this.
that.
Look at this detailing back here. Isn't
Is
it
that
beautiful?
Nordstrom?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
I got this at the Nordstrom anniversary sale, so I don't know what the price
I love BCBG, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
and so
that's
very
beautiful.
luxe looking velvet is a very big trend this year.
Yes, and I do know that even though I haven't had time to shop, I'm a little bit up on the trends.
I don't know if I'm going to do the velvet pants, but that seems a little more reasonable.
I'm ordering these. So before you
Vince
leave,
Camuto.
oh, and I love Vince. Vince Camuto is a great shoe line. That is a favorite.
Yes.
So I'm going to order those before you leave.
I agree. So
Yes.
animal print,
Or
obviously.
before we go out to dinner and have more wine.
Yes, never. I feel like animal print will always be here.
You know what? Is this from Nordstrom too?
They got the calf hair.
Now, how are you liking these? Because I don't wear flats a lot. I like a little heel.
I do too, because I'm flat-footed. I like that arch. I wore flats a lot, obviously, in Europe.
Because of walking. So
Yes,
sure. Absolutely.
I kind of have to make myself wear flats sometimes.
Okay.
My go-to is the heel. I have skis.
My mom
I
wears
have
that size.
skis. Your mom?
My mom
does?
wears 11.
I'm 5'10". Okay, so don't get me wrong. If I'm
11
in a heel,
triple A narrow.
I have
She
narrow
has-
feet as
okay,
well.
yeah.
I can wear some 10s, but if I'm in a flat shoe, I almost always have to do an 11. I'm actually a 10 and a half,
So
which is very
these
hard
are
to
Gap.
find.
So are these
Those are
newer
just
too?
Gap, Yeah.
I love these. I just don't know that I would get. That's not an expensive brand though. These probably were pretty reasonable.
I think they were 60, but they may have been the anniversary sale price.
Yeah. Because I always go to a heel.
If I'm going to do a flat, I'm not a big ballet flat kind of person. I
No,
would prefer the
no.
pointed toe.
Yeah, I too.
And even still the other day,
That's
I mean,
why
I
I
wore
like
them
those.
in Europe, but the other day I went to put on a pair of shoes for work and I just had to go to the heel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
And yet I just feel a little more, I don't know, elevated.
So what else?
Literally.
What else? What else do we have?
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Now I love it because these are more of like a grayish
Yes.
taupey. Who are these
I
by?
don't remember.
See, okay, I
find
might
out.
be ordering 2 things before
Well,
she leaves.
Because I have been trying to do booties, and yet these are Steve Madden also.
Oh, and I love Steve Madden. That's another great line. See, we have. Oh my gosh, I love.
I love suede.
Yes,
They have more suede.
I
and then
love.
these are my transitional
Except
booties.
Michigan is a terrible state for suede because
It is.
you can't. It's
It
really
is.
hard to wear
And
it all.
velvet.
Yeah, it's really hard to wear suede through the winter. Where if you're in a warmer weather state, you can wear something like this all through the winter. But we can't here in
No.
Michigan because it's just the slush.
It's always wet.
Yeah,
Always.
it
It
is.
just seems like it
Yeah.
sticks around.
Yeah, so it really kind of, unfortunately, is just a fall thing. But the thing
I
is,
agree.
these never go out of style, but I love the heel on this.
I know.
I love it. Oh, and I love it. It's got a nice height. These are sexy. I like.
See,
I'm
I've
into,
never
like-
been a handbag person, although I did purchase a new handbag.
you
I
might
just
have to look
think
at that.
there's more sex appeal in a shoe.
Yeah, I do
I'm a
too.
shoe person,
I
even
do
though
too.
for a long time I wasn't, because
I do
when
too.
I have as big a feet as I do,
Oh
you
my
know.
gosh. Well,
And
but
then
when
I
you
did-
have your smoking body, what does it matter? Right, ladies?
I don't know about that. And then
Oh,
the Vince
cute.
Camuto
Yep,
transmission.
and I love- and
I just
yes.
thought these were perfect.
That is a great.
These I could
those are
potentially wear
great,
now
yeah.
because it's 90 degrees.
And I love the chunky heel. Yeah, these
shorts.
Well, the nice thing
jeans.
about these too
Even a dress.
is you can even wear something like this in the summer and still get away with it. And it's super cute.
Right.
And you can do your spring, so I love that. I love when you've got where the heel is exposed and the toe as well. So great color. You know how I feel about my nudes anyway, ladies. So that's an awesome one.
And then the next big trend can't get enough of, and I don't know why Kelly doesn't like them, but look at, so now, you know, they've done the bell sleeves for a while, but this year,
if you're a fall, this is such a great fall color for fall season.
And see, I'm not.
Well, we can though. We can do it. We just adjust our makeup. I always say I can do any color I want. I just have to work with my makeup a little.
It has a ton. Look at those fun sleeves.
Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Oh, and it's a boat neck. Okay, yes.
But I actually bought these to go with a pair of black culottes.
Oh, I love.
Can you believe culottes?
I know. If you're lean though, I think I love culottes.
And then just so many fun sweaters.
Oh my God. Yeah, I love it. See another fall shade, ladies. If you're a fall, that'd be a great one for you.
Now, a really popular color, and on the runways they would show red to toe, I think is what they call it, because you would wear red head to toe.
Which
most of us
red
probably
is
won't
always
do.
chic. I love red.
I do
love
too.
red. I've had people ask me, can I do a red lip with red? Absolutely. You have your options. If I'm wearing red, I may either do a real smoky eye, especially if I'm going out for the evening or going to a wedding reception, and I'll do a nude lip. But I also feel if you get the right shade of red lipstick to go with the right shade of red that you're wearing, that is so chic. I love it. I love it. Would you say so? I love it.
Yes, now that I finally found. Oh, I never finished my story. This is Kylie, by the way. This is Kylie Jenner, which I'm not a huge Kardashian follower.
Okay.
But this is so what happened. What she'll do is send you a combination of a lip pencil and a stain.
Oh, very cool. Now, do you feel it's drying? Because as you get to our age, as you ladies know, especially in your 40s and 50s and 60s, we have to watch the matte lip products because they can be drying.
I agree. It doesn't feel dry.
Okay.
And I typically treat my lips almost every night.
Yeah, I'm big on exfoliating as well, which I do have. I've shared my exfoliator, but I'll link it down below.
And then just top it with, you know, a little bit of emollient kind of.
I do too. Now, do you dab?
It depends. Now this is a stain.
Okay.
So once it dries, I can do pretty much whatever. And I think I just typically use. I think CoverGirl has a couple of stains that I purchased, and I have a ton of there. They are accompanied by an emollient kind of.
Okay. So will you still do like a red product over top, or just
touching up? Just to touch up. Yeah. Because. This one still needs a little bit of touch up later, and it touches up well. I found the Maybelline Stay Matte, whatever, 24 or something. It's a beautiful shade, and I don't have to even, it has better staying power than this product, but it is very difficult to get off.
Okay.
Like, it's very difficult to get off.
It is, because her and I were talking, we were FaceTiming the other night, and while she was removing her makeup, and she was getting her red off, and it was all over her face.
And it was probably still there the next morning.
See the type of relationship we have. I am sure that
she sees me like no one else.
Red, I think one time I said, that's not the faucet, that's me peeing.
It's from Express. Look how pretty this is. I think I might wear this when I love
Express. Oh, I just bought some new pants from Express. They're in the package. I haven't even tried them on. You just made me think. They came like 4 days ago. Who does that? Me. Anyway, I'll link the pants I got from Express down below.
Yeah. One last. This is just a, the long sweater trend that became
so you could do with leggings.
All the bloggers
and boots. Do like over the knee boots.
Feel.
Oh my God!
And then
look,
it's got this ruching.
I love ruching anywhere.
And then they have the really fun.
Oh, so this is like a cardigan.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Isn't it nice?
Yes. This material is amazing.
I don't remember the brand,
but I love
Hinge.
the ruching. Oh my gosh,
I got a gray one as well.
Oh my gosh, love. I'll be going shopping. I've got my computer all ready to go. I'll be going shopping. That's what happens when I get together with Amy. I do online shopping because she shows me her bits, and I want them. I want them.
I was just looking at some of your older Instagram, and I was like, okay, I got that. I got no one. I actually got simultaneous, I think, but so many things that I pick up after I see that you would link them because you have great style. You really do.
Thank you. So do you.
Great
so do you.
eye. Great
So
eye.
let's see the handbag.
I haven't used it, obviously, and I wasn't entirely.
Tory Burch. What a great color. You know I love my nudes, ladies.
So I actually ordered a second color to make sure that this was the color that I wanted.
And the
but
handbag organizer would fit in there perfectly. No, I love it.
it's a great size. So yeah, it has a great size. Oh,
That, I like.
I
love
liked the color and the
this.
size. I typically
This is a great size.
don't do well if it's not big enough to hold everything I need in a day.
This is my size. I can't do smaller because of the handbag organizer, but I love it because I like to carry kind of like that. Yeah.
I thought it was a great color for fall, although like I said,
Beautiful.
we'll see how the
Beautiful.
other color works.
I am going to be spending a lot of money today. Well, guess what? Guess who finished the Witch's Brew?
That's
Blondie and
probably-
Brunette.
Probably why there's so many words with our Wine Down Wednesday this week.
This is a long one. This is very chitty chatty. That's what women do, especially when they're under the influence of wine. Please don't drink and drive, and drink responsibly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I need to put that disclaimer in there and make sure you're of age, please.
Of course.
Well, anyway,
we're just barely there.
thank you so much for joining us for another month of our Wine Down Wednesday with Tracy and Amy. We look forward to next month. Please let us know what you would like us to do. Do you like the random chit chats or do you like us to talk about a certain topic? Comments, suggestions below, and have a great night, and we'll see you in the next Wine Down Wednesday video. Cheers.